What's up, underdogs? What does it take to balance a 4.7 GPA while leading your team to a championship? Reagan McCray has the answer, and trust me, it's not what you think. Stick around to hear how this standout student athlete is breaking barriers both on the court and in the classroom, and why her story might just change how you see the game. Full Court Dreams, the underdog's voice, is proudly sponsored by Rehab 2 Perform. Are pain or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? Our friends at Rehab 2 Perform have you covered. Now open in Owings Mills with 9 other locations across the DMV. R2P will get you back in the game and ready to perform. Visit rehab2perform.com and start your journey to peak performance today.
I'm good. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Full Court Dreams, the underdog's voice, where we shine a light on the next generation of athletes who are making waves on the court, but also excelling in the classroom. I'm your host, Coach Q, and today we have a very special guest, someone who's already making a name for herself, both as a scholar and an athlete. Please join me in welcoming Reagan McCray, a rising 10th grader from Baltimore Polytechnic Institute. From Poly, put that. We call it Poly. We don't do all that in Baltimore. We call it Poly. So from Poly, who just helped lead her JV to a undefeated season, who we supposed to play because our season was also undefeated. But, I don't know how that ain't work out. But everybody, let's welcome Reagan to the show. You got a big crowd, right? It's our big crowd. We got a big crowd, in the audience. Y'all can't see them right now, but we got a big crowd in the audience. It's about 3 or 4 people. We got a big crowd. So, what's up, Reagan? What's going on? How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, I can't hear you though. I can't hear you in my headphones. So, scoot up a little bit. Bring that mic up now. Let's make sure everybody else heard you.
Thank you for inviting me.
Okay. Now, y'all got that. I think I got it in my ear, so she's cool. She's kind of shy. I got it out of her a little bit, but we'll talk about it a little bit later on. So, I got to start off with this question because I think that you embody this question I'm about to ask you. So, Reagan, won't you tell our audience, our fellow underdogs, what does being an underdog means to you?
It means like people don't expect you to win. Like they always think that you're gonna get the short end of the stick, and they don't think you're gonna win. Like, so you have to do more. You have to prove yourself.
Okay. Good job. Good job, underdog. Do you consider yourself as an underdog?
I think so.
You think so? Not in the classroom though, right? And no, don't be so shy to tell everybody that you're smart. You're a very smart and intelligent young lady. And this is how smart she is. Now, she has a 4.7 GPA. I don't know. Is that weighted? Because I don't know how you get a 4.7. Like, that's a lot. I don't know how you get a 4. So is that weighted like 4.7? Like, and this is at Poly. So Poly is one of the top Baltimore, public schools in Baltimore. It's one of the top public schools in Baltimore. So you got to really keep up with your academics. So 4.7. You're a key player on the basketball team. That's no small feat. So how did you manage to excel both academically and as an athlete? And as an athlete. So what's your secret?
You just gotta stay focused, honestly. Like, you have to know what you're there for. You can't allow distractions to get the best of you. You have to be there for your academics and for your sports so that you can keep your goals in check and do what you want to do in the future.
Okay, great. So you play, so let's talk about, we'll get to the play part later. So let's talk about your academic journey. So you've been part of the Well, I can't even pronounce that.
Ingenuity.
Okay, program since the 6th grade. Sorry, I get tongue twisted sometimes. So, which I know is a rigorous program. All right, so you've been part of that. So, how has that program shaped your approach to basketball and other sports?
Ingenuity is a math and science program.
Mm-hmm.
And while math is like my strong subject, science hasn't always been that.
Okay.
So Ingenuity always challenged me because not only are you taking advanced math and science classes, but they also put you in honors classes for everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So it honestly allowed me to accept challenges and not to back down because I can't just go to school and be like, oh, I don't want to do this class anymore. I got to give up or I'm quitting.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to put that into sports too. Like I started something, so I'm going to finish it.
Great. And I'm a testament to that. So we get into that a little bit too, but I'm a testament to that. You play for a number of competitive teams outside of school. You play for the Wolfpack, Lady Lions, Lady Carnation, which is my organization, Columbia Ravens, Forest Hill Mustangs. So how has playing for these teams helped you grow as an athlete, and what are some of the most important lessons you learned along the way?
All these different teams, all coaches coach different, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So some coaches were more focused on becoming a better person, while some were just focused on getting better, honestly. So the most important thing I learned is confidence is key. Like, it doesn't really have anything to do with your skills, but if you're confident in what you do,
Mm-hmm.
then you're going to get better. Like, you just have to trust in yourself.
Great. And that's one thing that I try to instill, because when you first came to me, I seen that, like, your confidence, like, it was lacking a little bit and it had to grow. So my thing was for you was, all right, I got to get her to be more confident. So by being more confident, I had to put you in certain situations to show you that you could do it. Right. So I had to make you uncomfortable. And that's what we do. Like we made all our players, nope, you got to do it. You got to do it. And you don't have no other option. You have to do it. And I seen your confidence grow when I see you, especially when I seen you go to Poly and play basketball. I seen, and me and your father talk a lot, and I seen your confidence grow, and it just made me so proud. I wish that everything would have worked out. It ain't nothing happened bad, people. Nothing happened bad in YSU. It was just a situational thing where I just got tired, right? Because she's a wonderful player. She's a wonderful student. Like, she's a joy to coach. But everybody wasn't like that. So I just got tired. And I'm always around. So, if I ever decide to do your age group again, then, but I'm always around. So, but, one thing I know is that your confidence, got better. You're growing. And I think if you keep on, you're going to be a very special young lady, not only, in sports, but academically also, with all these rigorous programs you've been going through since you was in the 6th grade. So, yeah. So let's talk about winning a little bit. So y'all won y'all won a city championship, JV city championship. So winning city championship seems to be the trend with you, right? So you win a lot now, I guess. You won at Hamilton Elementary School, middle school, and now you won with Baltimore's Poly JV team. So what do you think has been the key to your team's success?
So I went to a basketball camp like 2 summers ago. It was called PGC.
Oh yeah, so PGC basketball camp. The book is right here. This book, like right here, I'm gonna show you. So this is the guy who started the PGC basketball camp, and I'm a big PGC guy, so that's where I get all my stuff at when we're in practice and stuff. But and it helps my players out. So if you ever have a chance to go to this camp, it's one that, and I shouldn't even be advertising y'all, but I am. I'm gonna help y'all because I ain't getting paid to advertise y'all, but that's okay. But I love PGC, especially not just for kids, but for coaches also. I think it's a great resource for coaches. It helped me become a better coach. It helped me change my philosophy in coaching. So I'm really glad to hear that you went to PGC. So tell me about that experience. Go ahead, keep on.
One thing that really stuck with me was their acronym SHAPE, which stands for Spirit, Communication, Hustle, Approach, Precision, and Enhance.
Okay.
That's basically what they wanted you to bring to every basketball environment. They wanted you to bring shape to everyone you're around. So I brought that back to my team. I was clapping. I was giving pointers. And for 8th grade, I was the captain, so it was kind of my job to be a leader. But when I got to JV, I wasn't the point guard, but I still brought shape, and that allowed me to become a captain too.
Okay.
So honestly, you just have to bring shape, be a good team player, and support your teammates. Help them get better every day.
Now, see, again, when I first met her, I didn't see, I'd seen the potential, but like, to see her turn around so quickly and become a leader, I never expected for it to happen that fast. And it did. But I guess I don't know. I have a sense of having, like, knowing when I look at somebody that come in my gym to say, you know what, they're going to be great. And it's simply because when you say something to them, they look at you, shake their head, okay, I got this. And that's how you always been. I say, look, Reagan, you got to do this. I got you. You'll go out there and do it to the T. And me and Coach will be on the sideline like, yo, she's going to be a great player, dude. And all of us, like, oh, we love her so much. Why everybody can't be like her? But that's how it was. That's how it was. It's like, I think your shot got better. So you got more confidence with the mid-range jump shot. Like, all right, you got to move a little faster now. Now you got it. Then you start going a little faster. Then what I really think helped, and correct me if I'm wrong, was the 3-on-3 league.
Yeah.
And we thinking about bringing it back. It's just Under Armour shut it down. They shut it down all across the country. So I still got the stuff in this closet right here. I still got the flags, everything, the basketballs, all that in that closet right there. But I really think that helped you out a whole lot, because I seen on that 3-on-3 league, I seen your leadership. I seen how you got better. I seen how you took control of the game. And, 5-on-5, people can hide. So that forced you, like, you really had to play. Yeah, you really had to. So talk a little bit about that and how that fostered your development.
3-on-3, like, as you said, you can't hide. You have to touch the ball.
Right.
So either it's going to be from a rebound or someone is going to pass it to you. You have to touch it. So you have to know what you're going to do. You have to read the floor. And that helped me boost my basketball IQ to know what to do in certain situations. And 5-on-5 is more crowded. So playing 3-on-3 allowed me to get in my bag a little more because I have more space.
Right. See that 3-on-3 works, man. I think that and I think that anybody that's starting out to play basketball do not need to start to play 5-on-5. I think they need to play 3-on-3 because they develop quicker. And a lot of kids from that 3-on-3 program that I see now, like their parents, like, oh, when are you doing that again? Because it really helped. Even your little brother sitting here, they played in the 3-on-3, and they was, what I'm saying, I think that really helped them out also, because now they playing 5-on-5 and just killing. They killing. So, look, I think me and Coach Hodge just talked about this the other day about, we need to start that back up again, like even without Under Armour, like just so yeah. I'm gonna try to start it up again. Probably I don't know if I'm gonna do it this winter because I got high school, but I'm gonna try to. We're gonna figure that out. We're gonna start up again because I think that's a good thing for kids. Now, speaking of the city championship, so my team also JV went 17-0, and we were supposed to play each other, the best in the county with the best in the city, and it ain't work out. And don't blame me because I wanted that game to happen, but when the game, I gotta I was in the office and we talking. He was like, well, they want to play, but my JV coach who was coaching them, I think the day that y'all wanted to play, he couldn't do it that day. So we couldn't reschedule, but who knows? Maybe it'll happen this year. I don't know. But one of your teammates is no longer going to be at Poly no more. One of your teammates then transferred to my school.
Oh.
You ain't know that? You ain't know that? One of your best players and transferred to my school.
On JV?
Yep. She done transferred to my school. 5-star Jalen. Yep.
Oh.
Not a spoiler alert because I think your coach already know, but yeah, Jayla is not coming back to, because our sister plays for me and they live closer, she moved up, so they live closer to the school. So now she's enrolled at Newtown, so Jayla won't be there next year with you. I think y'all have been a good combination to help in the future at Poly. Poly is a great program. It's a very great program. All right, so you mentioned that you thrive in an environment surrounded by like-minded athletes, right? So what you do, PGC has shown that because you was around a lot of like-minded kids at PGC that really wanted to develop their game. Again, shout out to PGC. I want my money. I'm gonna be calling y'all really soon. I want my money. Martin. So can you tell us more about why that's important to you and how has it influenced your journey so far being around like-minded athletes?
I also learned this at PGC. They told me that you become who you're around.
Right, exactly.
So if you're around people that don't want to try their best, that's who you're going to become.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to center myself around people that have the same goals and aspirations as myself, so that I can feed off of their energy and become the person I want to become. Yeah,
and that's not just in basketball. Like, that's a life thing. Like, if you show me your friends, I'm gonna show you who you are, who you're gonna become. That's just how it is. Like, so even with you, and I'm sure your father explained that to you, because in your mom is not try to explain the same thing to my kids. To my kids, like, oh, if you're around, like in the financial world, they say, if you're around broke people all the time, you're gonna stay broke. If you're around rich people, you're gonna wind up being rich. You know what I mean? Because you feed off their knowledge, and then you'll start doing the same things they're doing. You'll start investing like them. And like you said, you'll start, doing the same things they do. If you're around people that's not achieving anything, then you're going to think that's okay, and you're not going to want to achieve. And I always tell my players that, I can't stand to be around mediocre people. I can't. Mediocre people, and Nick Saban, shout out to Coach Nick. Hope you're enjoying your retirement. But even Nick Saban said that. He was like, mediocre people they can't stand high achieving people, and high achieving people can't stand mediocre people. They cannot exist in the same area. Because if I'm a high achiever and you're mediocre, that's what I'm spending most of my time doing.
Trying to be mediocre?
No, trying to get you to be a high achiever. Because you gotta step up. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna be constantly telling you gotta step up. You know what I mean? If I'm a mediocre person, I'm gonna talk to a high. Oh, you think you it is? No, dude. I just want to be better, and I need you to follow suit, or you need to go. I can't be around you, because now you're gonna bring me down, and I'm not gonna allow that. So I'm glad that PGC is teaching y'all that. Again, PGC, I want my check, but I'm glad PGC is teaching you that, because like they're a very good program. I got to go to one of their coaches one meetings and sit in to their thing. So I think it's really good that you're really taking this serious, right? In both sides, academic and athletes. So any of my coaches that's listening out there, this is This young lady, great teammate, like great student, hard worker. So that's what y'all see y'all looking for. You're not looking for the best skill player, but she got skills also, and it's just going to get better. She's only a sophomore, so she got 3 more years. So you better get it while you can, because all y'all out here like giving all these scholarships out to nothing. Let me shut up. Let me shut up. All right, so looking ahead. So what are some of your goals, both academically and athletically, as you continue your high school journey, and where do you see yourself in the next few years?
I want to maintain my high GPA. I'm trying to get over a 5.0 this year.
Yo, where do they do 5.0s at? Like, oh my gosh! Like, I be saying this, and I'm like, how do I get a 5.0? Like, I understand. So you got honor classes, you got AP classes and stuff. Like, how do this GPA stuff work now? Because, like, I'm like,
you just gotta take a lot of AP classes.
oh my god, I'm just like 4.0 and 5.0s. What's a 5.0? 110% now? Like, because I know 100% equals 4.0, right? I guess so. So what is a 5.0? 150%? Oh my god, this girl, genius. And I always tell players like you can't be dumb and play basketball. And I really believe that. Like, you can't be dumb and play, but you have to be a great basketball player. You have to be intelligent. And I think, like, and let me know if I'm wrong. You've been in these advanced math courses basically all your life, right? How does that help you with basketball? Because in basketball, what you got to know angles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So did that help you as far as basketball?
I mean, it did help when coaches were telling me to do like a 45-degree angle cut. Everybody was looking like, what? And I'm like,
you're right.
I know where I'm going.
See that? Straight lines, 45-degree angles, 90-degree angles. Because when I tell y'all about, like, when you drive and you jump stop and you pass the 45-degree, 90-degree angles or straight pass, then you know where that person going to be at on a 45-degree angle from you and stuff like that. So, hey, I'm telling y'all kids, basketball is all about angles, and you got to be smart in math to understand when the coach give you them terminologies, because basketball is about angles. It really is about angles and straight lines. Right? So you really got to know your basketball stuff. So you want to keep up your academics. So what about basketball?
Well,
any sport. Because what other sport do you play?
I do cross country and track and field.
Look, she's fast. She got stamina. Coaches, y'all missing on the great. Look, I'm telling you, if you do not call me and ask me about this girl, I'm never speaking to no coach ever again. But go ahead.
Well, I want to play varsity this year, and we won states this year, or last year. So this year, I want to win states again.
Okay.
And I want to do that next year and the year after that.
Okay. All right. Some big hopes for Poly. Hey, so Coach Kendall, she says she want to win states. You got to do it again. 3 more years. And you better give her some playing time, because she's going to be one of the smartest. So Kendall already had another one of my players who I think was great and smart, Amelia. Yeah. So love Amelia to death. She, y'all two are like the same to me. You know, she came to me, confidence was like, but Amelia is like, she's very smart. She also is up there with the 4.7 and grade point average and stuff like that. So how y'all ever practice with her?
Sometimes I got to hop into varsity's practice, but I didn't really talk to her much, but when I did, she was nice.
Yeah, she's a real nice young lady. And she's a great soccer player also. And I think she plays softball.
Yeah.
She played. And with keeping that high grade point average. So, man, an athlete and you keeping that grade point average is a like a very high accomplishment. Like, how do you keep all that in place?
Just gotta remain focused.
Study hard.
Keep your eyes on the target.
And you get enough sleep. You gotta practice. Come on, study. I know it's hard. Like, you get enough sleep?
No.
Yeah, me either. But it's very important that we get enough sleep, guys. It's very important that we get enough sleep as athletes and stuff like that. So beyond high school, right? What are some of your goals beyond high school?
I don't really know yet. I'm still trying to figure it out.
So you don't know what you want to major in high school? You gonna follow dad, political science?
I don't know. I've been thinking about it though.
Okay. All right. That'd probably be good. You say you're a great debater? Look,
A little bit.
all right. So you and your brothers, you debate with your little brother?
No. I just argue with
The argument is the debating. Who wins the arguments?
you, of course.
I hear that. See, she won the arguments, guys. Okay. So, so what is some advice you would give to other athletes who are trying to balance their academics with their athletic goals, just like you are? So, give a detailed advice to these players out here that has 4.7 and 5.0 grade point averages, or somebody that has a 2.5 grade point average, and let them know how they can, achieve what you're achieving and balancing your academics and athletic goals.
If you're in middle school or high school, the main thing that I had to do was create connections with all of my teachers, because sometimes when you just sit in the back of the classroom, you don't raise your hand. When you come and ask for help, they don't give it to you. So you have to open yourself up, get vulnerable, and ask for help sometimes. You have to get to know everybody you're around and try to stay out of trouble. I didn't really take that seriously in middle school, but now that I'm in high school, I realize it's no point for drama. Just stay out of it.
Right. All right. That's the only advice you got from him? That it? No, study hard, play hard. Anything else?
Take advantage of every opportunity.
Okay. All right. So let's get back to some of these teams you play for. All right. So let's think back to some of these teams. So what are some of your best moments, and what are some of your challenges you had for the teams that you played for? What are some of your best moments? Let's go over that. So what are some of your best moments? Just talk about my own. Put everybody else. I ain't worrying about everybody else. It's go ahead. So what are some of your best moments that you remember from playing for these teams?
Well, the first team I played for was Wolfpack. It's a rec team kind of. So I remember it was 1 year after I started playing, because I was only doing practices. I was too scared to start playing with the team.
Okay.
So once I finally started playing with the team, after Corey started playing with the team, because I wasn't going to do it by myself. I was the only girl, and I remember Coach put me in, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, don't pass me the ball!"
It's my Lamar.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, "Don't pass me the ball," and the older boy passed me the ball, and Coach just yelled, "Shoot it!" So I just threw it up, and it went in. I didn't even realize I was behind the 3-point line. And then when I realized, I was just so happy. And the rest of the game, I think I made three threes that game.
You just thought you was Steph Curry.
I was just throwing it up. I wasn't even looking at the rim, but I was so happy. Everybody was coming up to me after the game, giving me high fives. I just felt so.
Y'all won that game?
No. No.
You got your big win with those 3 threes, huh? That's right. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just throwing it up and they went in. So, what you 3 for 13?
Yeah. He just told me shoot it.
Right. You always shoot the balls. So what about the rest? So you always shoot the ball. What are some fun moments with Lady Lions? When did you play for the Lady Lions?
That was the second team I played for. I want to say, I don't even remember.
This is short. How long you stayed?
No, it wasn't that short. It was like a year.
Oh. Any fun moments of that?
In practice, they taught me how to do a layup. I didn't know how to do one, and every day at practice, they would put 2 cones out, and they would be like 1, 2, lay it up. Yeah, that's how I learned.
Yeah, Lady Lions are good. They're a good organization to start at. Yep. I think because I don't even think they do high school. They just usually do mainly young kids. So Lady Lions is a good organization to start at. I like the coaches over there. They do a great job at developing that kid. So now all right. So you played at Columbia Raisins before you played for me.
I feel like I did at the same time.
Oh, okay. So at Lady Cut Nation, what was any special moments you there or challenges? Because I know I'm challenging. I'm a very challenging coach. I mean,
I think it was the first game I played in. I was on the bench for a while. I wasn't complaining. I was kind of happy, actually. When I finally got out, I felt like I missed one wide open layup. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. But then I made one, and I was celebrating. I was like, yes. And then someone threw the ball at me when I wasn't paying attention because we were like getting pressed. Mm-hmm. And I dropped it and it went out of bounds. And I was like, and you were like, Reagan, oh my gosh. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I got taken out. I was happy though. That was my first point with that team, I think.
So not this year, but I think, was it last year? Was that the best time that you had with the team and that team?
Yes.
When we was in Kentucky and all that?
I feel like that team had really good chemistry. Like,
man, that team. Woo.
If we would have stayed together, like, I feel like we would have been unstoppable, honestly.
Yeah. And I told you, I said, if I do come back and coach, y'all be the only team that I would coach. I wouldn't coach nobody else. Cause that year made me not want to coach AU no more.
Yeah. It was like empty practices.
Yeah. That year made me not want to, that year made me say, that's why I told y'all that if I decide to do this, your team would be the only team that I would want to coach. Because that, man, look, that was a trying year for me. That really like took me to the point like, man, I don't even want to do this no more. And it was just because of the competitiveness wasn't there like it was before. Before it wasn't there. And it was just like everybody thought they was entitled to something that they wasn't entitled to, and a bunch of crying and all this other drama, except for y'all team. I mean, y'all team that was the best team in the organization. Like, as far as being teammates and stuff like that, yeah, y'all was the best team in the organization. So y'all would have stayed together. Yeah. But things happen. I'm no longer at Concordia. So I just think not being in that space anymore is what caused people not to come back, because they got so comfortable with being, you had parents that didn't want to travel 20 minutes around a beltway. I'm like, really? I'm like, so you rather go play with somebody that's close to you that don't develop or anything with your kid, and your kid don't get nothing out of it, instead of just staying together and driving an extra. I can understand the ones that lived all the way out in Harford County, because it was kind of hard. I can understand that. But even that parent, 2 of them, one lived in Pennsylvania, they still came to practice. We were starting out. But, neither here nor there. So what about Forest Hill Mustangs?
And
where's that? Forest Hill, Maryland?
I think it's Hartford County.
Oh, is that when did you start playing for them? How old were you when you played for them?
I think it was like a year ago. Like during, but I didn't play for them that long, so I
So,
don't know.
so speaking about challenges, so was that one of the challenges you had to go through with? What was the challenge?
So that team was supposed to be a high school team, but we didn't get enough girls, so a lot of younger girls had to come on the team.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a point guard that was going to the 7th grade.
Okay.
And I think it was one girl that was older than me, and everyone else was like in the 8th grade. And we were playing up too. So we were playing 11th graders. And that's actually how I got in touch with Coach Peace, because I ended up playing 2 girls that went to Poly.
Okay.
And that was probably the memorable moment. But yeah, we had a really young team and we were getting blown out a lot. But I don't know, that team, like, it wasn't my favorite. I didn't really like the coaches. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So during your whole, like, trying to get acclimated to basketball, what was one of your biggest challenges that you had to overcome?
I had to realize that sometimes, like, if I actually want to get better, then I'm going to need to miss a couple get-togethers with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
That really actually hurt me. Like, I kind of started blaming people, and I was like, I don't get to do this, I don't get to do that. But now I'm realizing, like, I got better because of that.
Right.
And it's going to help me in the long run.
Right.
And I miss 1 hour being with my friends, and now I'm 1% better. So,
no, like, out of all my guests that I had on this show, that answer right there really resonates with me because I say that a lot. Like, in order for you to be great, you have to sacrifice. And sometimes it's going to be sacrificing your family. Like, it's going to be sacrificing your friend. Like, yo, I can't come to your birthday party today. I'm sorry. Here go a gift. You know what I mean? But I can't be there today because I have to be here in order for me to be able to achieve what I have to achieve. I'm sorry, but I just can't right now. And it might put a little dent in your friendship, but the people that really understand what your goals and what you're trying to do in your life will understand. The other ones just want to hate because you know why? Again, mediocre people cannot function with high achievers. Sometimes high achievers got to tell you, no, I can't make it. I can't. And like for me, I do that a lot. I tell a lot of people, like, one of my best friends, she just turned 50 years old and she was like, are you coming to my party? I said, I can't. And she was like, she understood. It's like, well, I said, no, I got a lot of stuff I have to do right now with this podcast. I really can't make it. And she really understood that. So that answer right there shows me how much you matured, not only as a player, but as a person, and knowing that in order for me to reach a goal, I got to sacrifice some stuff. I got to sacrifice some time when not being with my friends, and I can't blame everybody else for that. So that's really good. Give me a moment. Sorry. This coaching thing. Oh my gosh. This is so wonderful. So, thank you for your advice. Now, for our listeners out there who are facing challenges and that may try to, make you a better person, right? Both in sports and in life. Drop your comments below and let us know what you do, just like Reagan, to, face those challenges and overcome those challenges and things like that. So Reagan, so you're going to the 11th grade, or 10th grade, right? 10th grade, like sophomore. What's the best part about about high school?
I feel like high school or poly specifically,
Mm-hmm.
it sets you up for college
Mm-hmm.
because I like how we have the ability to honestly decide what we want to do.
Right.
We have advisory. I'm sure other high schools do too,
Mm-hmm.
but honestly, like, that's what makes the difference between good people and great people.
Right.
Like, what are you going to do during advisory? Are you
Right.
going to talk with your friends, or are you going to get your work done so that you can do other things later? Like, so I feel like it prepares you to be better at time management and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, preparing me for college.
So time management is the big thing, and I talk about time management a lot because when you get to college, you really have to learn how to manage your time. Like, even if you get to college and you're not just a student, but a student athlete, so it's double like managing your time. And so you got to get up 6 o'clock in the morning. You got workouts, and you got class, and you got workouts again. Then you got study hall, and you got to. So managing your time is very important, right? So what are some things that you do to manage your time? Like, what are some pointers you can give our young listeners about managing their time? What are some of the things you do?
So I don't really do work at home, which might seem pretty weird. When I get home, I just go straight to sleep because I normally get home late. As I said, I take advantage of advisory.
Right.
And I take advantage of lunchtime and free time that my teachers may give me.
Mm-hmm.
So at lunch, I don't really eat lunch either, which is probably bad, but I take out my notebook, I review my notes, I do any homework that was given, stuff like that, because I know that I'm going to get home late, because sometimes we have late practices, or sometimes I have AAU practice after.
Mm-hmm.
So I just have to think about all the other factors that may affect me later. So I have to do it throughout the day and pace myself correctly so that I'm not stressed later.
Right. So yeah. So if you manage your time, like, I guarantee you it will cut down a lot of your stress if you learn how to manage your times. Athletes, like, really think about your day and what you go through during the day, and it really will help you, like, manage your time. Even with this right here, I gotta manage my time. So, and I do a lot of stuff automatically. I spend one day and everything goes out automatically. I spend one day creating and make sure everything go out automatically. That's the way I'm not spending every day, on the computer, like, oh, this gotta go out, that gotta go out, and stuff. Like, automation is one of the best things that could have ever happened to somebody that's creating content. Like, really, one automatically sending out emails and stuff like that is, like, really is just amazing. So, another thing, so you have a real great support system. So how has your parents, any of your little brothers, supported you throughout your basketball and your high school journey?
Well, I could say Corey, a little bit of Bryson. They like pushed me because I'm looking at them. They can do all this stuff with like the dribbles. I'm like, oh, I can't do that. So I'm like trying to learn it in the backyard.
Right.
So they're like pushing me to do things that I didn't think I could do, but now that I'm seeing them do it, I'm like, oh, I can do that.
Right.
My dad, I didn't like him at first with my basketball journeys. Like, he was making me go to all these practices, getting me all these trainers. And I thought, oh my gosh, he doesn't want me to have a social life. But then, as I said, I started to realize. So honestly, I think he was one of the biggest people that helped me get to where I am today. Like, cause he's big on taking every opportunity. Like, if you see something, then you need to take it.
Right.
And he also likes putting me in uncomfortable situations. That helps a lot too. Like, just knowing how to get out of your comfort zone. It doesn't feel good when you're doing it, but you'll see I don't know the word. You'll see
the results.
The results later. My mom, she's just been with my dad. They basically like make decisions together, you know.
Mhm.
So she's there. She's there. And whenever I'm mad at my dad because he signed me up for all these practices, she's my ventor, or the person I vent to. So
it's good. I mean, it's good to have that venting person, and I understand your dad because, like, when I first met him, your dad would come. He would come. He would sit in practice, don't say nothing, and he'd just be up there reading a book. And he'd kind of, all right, coach, have a good one. Thanks. Like what you doing. Keep on doing it. You know what I mean? Anything you need, let me know. So, very good guy. But I understand that us as parents, even though we might, get on your nerves and push you to do stuff, it teaches you how to handle life and to really how to really focus on what you're doing. And again, putting you in them uncomfortable situations, we have to know that you're able to handle stuff because, we don't know how long we're going to be here as parents. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. So we got to be able to try to do our best. And we do our best. And sometimes, our best ain't good enough. Like, it ain't good enough because sometimes our kids go down the wrong path and do the wrong things, but we tried our best to do what we could do. But overall, as a parent, we're responsible for another life. And we want to make sure that, you're doing your best and staying focused. And even though, some things we might be doing is like not really good because I think like having your kids specialize in one sport, I don't think is really good for that kid at a young age. I think kids should play more than one sport at a young age and don't specialize until they're in high school in 11th grade.
That's what we were doing.
See? And that's the perfect thing. So, really applaud them. And I ain't going to say your father's name because I don't want to get them caught up. But, nah, really good dude, man. Go vote for him whenever, vote start up again. But really good, really good dude. He does a lot of positive stuff in his district. So, go vote for Corey McCray. Am I gonna get in trouble for that? I don't know, but hey, I want my campaign check for just shouting you out. I want my money from everybody that I shout out. But I'm just playing. But wonderful guy, wonderful parent. So look, if anybody wanted to follow you and stuff, to follow your journey, because I think your story is a great story for people, especially high achievers, to follow and to learn from. And from the things you said today, you gave out some real good advice. So if anybody want to follow you, and I know I don't think you're on social media like that. Yeah, see, look. This film, like, I love that she's not on social media like that. I love it, boy. Oh my gosh. And when you do, you use it for good purposes, right? All right. See, she don't TikTok every 30 seconds and all that stuff. I'm glad. I think. I don't know. I'm looking at me like, yeah, whatever. But Reagan, it's been absolutely a pleasure having you on the show. I see that wasn't that bad, right? So where some people, if you were on, or you're not on social media, don't worry about it. You'll be all right.
Just check my dad's page.
Yeah, just check her dad's page. He got it all up on there. He got everything from the boys to her. He got everything. He got everything going there. So that's great. But again, it's been absolutely wonderful to have you on the show. I've been fighting for your father for weeks. So like, man, I need to get her on my show. And it's because simply this the Underdog's Voice podcast. And you can be, I can have your face on like right here. Like you're the poster child for underdogs. That really, put your head down, did everything you're supposed to do, worked hard to get where you at in a short period of time. Because when I had you, it was 8th grade. When I got in to see you improvement over 2 years because you put that work in, you really put that, I've seen it. Like you really put that work in, quiet, don't say too much. You do all your talking on the basketball court. And then you're starting to get a little main streak to you also. So yeah, great job. So your story is truly inspiring to me. And I know it's going to inspire some of our listeners, and I know our listeners have gained a lot from hearing about your journey. So keep striving for excellence. Keep striving for excellence, both on and off the court. And our listeners, look, perfect example of a young student athlete, 4.7, 5.0, practice every day, where it can be done. It's okay to miss time with your friends. It's okay. All right. So for our listeners, if you want to hear, if you want to follow more stories like Reagan's, don't forget to check us out on my link tree. In the show notes for all ways you can contact us on all our platforms. Our link tree is linktr at sqbasketballchronicles. You can check out all my platforms, my merchandise store and everything. Get some nice t-shirts going back to school and things like that. So check that out and support our program. So to connect with us in the Underdogs Voice community. Got it? All right. So again, thanks for coming out, Reagan. Really enjoyed it. So your father, I say, what's up? And to all my listeners out there, you know who I am. I'm Coach Q. And guess what? I'm out. Was that hard?